sometimes we laugh to resolve pain.
When the world just don't make sense and you need a friend, grab a hand and come aboard. It's a special place called the I'm not telling you the name yet. You just have to wait here. Not telling you the name yet. You just have to wait for the ducks. It's called the William Street Swap Shop. It's called the William Street Swap Shop.
Sometimes the world just don't make sense, and you need a friend. And it has been our pleasure for 1,000, computer 1,000? Yes.
Load it.
1,000 hours to be a friend, hopefully to you, to each other, to the world. How grateful I am to be able to sit here for that 1,000th time, Zach. Maybe it's 975, I don't know. We'll call it, we're rounding up.
No, it's 1,000. It's 1,000 episodes. Sorry, I don't want to peak the audio. I'm excited.
Gravitas, man. We got to go gravitas right now.
Yeah. Man, it's an honor and a privilege, and my heart is filled with gratitude.
Yeah.
To be sitting here next to you digitally, and when we were still together shaking hands for the last 5 years and 1,000 episodes. And that's not just, the pleasure's just not between both of us when we touch, but it's there with the crew as well. People behind the scenes, people we've worked with. It's all about you, the special people that made the show. We couldn't do it without you. I'm going to name everyone. Just watch the show. I'll name you all.
If you could never use the sentence pleasure there together when we touch again, I would really appreciate it.
Matt, we are eternally
would
bonded.
Appreciate it
Nothing
as well.
weird. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you, but we are eternally bonded.
I know. We'll be forever. I'll never forget these experiences. We're getting too far into it right now.
That's right. So it started off soft. It's like landing, getting a plane. I get sick, motion sickness. I don't get sick until the jet engine's roaring. We're already off the ground. Right now, let's let the jet engine roar. We're getting ready for liftoff. I hope you have a great evening.
Yeah.
Had a great evening.
This is the part where they play the chill wave as you board the flight.
I have a secret audience that just came into my house literally a minute before they dropped off balloons.
Oh my gosh.
This is when you really know that you're loved by your friends. When you can't see them, they still came over and found a way to wear masks and be safe. And you feel love. You wish you could find words to express. There are words there, but it might just take a while. Look, even a cake that's covered in rain. It was raining. My friends came from the rain outside. We'll show them probably as we go through the show in a safe way. Thank you. Alice Feigl, sorry, Matt. Alice Feigl brought her eggs from Feigl Farms. Not her eggs, but her chicken's eggs. Chicken eggs. I mean, they are your eggs, Alice. Thank you.
Yeah.
But they're not her eggs. Like, you know,
whole different kind of show if she was.
You know, Matt, I've always asked, how does a chicken's egg become a chicken? Like, and I still don't know. I always felt like, does the male chicken go and do something to the egg afterwards, or is it done inside, and then when it's hatched, that's in there?
It's a conversation for you and your parents.
Okay. Well, Matt, I've looked up to you. You're a little bit older than me. You're a lot more wiser than me, and I've looked up to you like a parent. And I hope for the last show tonight that we'll teach hopefully everyone else some great love.
You looked at me like a parent. I was getting ready to make my speech a little later about how you.
No, let's give the speech later.
Me,
I'm just dropping tidbits. I'm just dropping drops. Yeah.
Zach White, you can't top him He's been next to me here physically for many, many hours, virtually for, the last, whatever it is, 9 months. But I can still smell the burnt charcoal smell of your body next to me. And I miss it. It's just like I'm there with you. It's like the smell of burnt paper when you're trying to destroy documents, the evidence of something you've done wrong.
I used to keep love letters in a growler, a big beer growler, and I filled it up from a past relationship. And one day I went to burn them, and I couldn't get them out of the growler, so I just shattered the beer growler, burned the letters, the smell of everything. Then I thought maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's nice to look back on things and remember how you felt then. And I think it's the same thing tonight, Matt. Like, Swap Shop will never be burned. And we're going to get on with it because we can't talk about it all. We can't start, like I said, we're still taking off. Buckle up. Wi-Fi is available. You're going to have, hopefully you're connected and you're online. You're watching it, whether you're on a couch, you're at home, you're in your bed, maybe you're going to bed across the pond, you're in England or France. We know we have some people over there, Matthew. Everyone who's sitting around watching, maybe on their computers, people who we've had on in the past who are tuning in. I know some of our people are messaging us, all of our friends, loved family members, maybe interns, people who've helped make the show.
It's been a wonderful experience, yes, to hear from everyone. And I just want to say, I don't normally say this, and maybe it's too dramatic, but go ahead and call your internet service provider right now. You tell them if there's any interruption to your service for the next hour or 2 hours, you're switching companies. It's too damn important.
That's right. Lock in, get a blanket. It's getting a little cold. It's raining out in Atlanta tonight. And I can't wait to spend the next hour, maybe hour and change.
You might even want to change your connection speed a little lower, just in case. You don't want any glitches. Grab a quilt, pull it up to your chin, get a mug of your favorite hot Thanksgiving wet drink, and take that first hot, soft rip with your lip. Burn the lips a little bit. That's how you know you're alive.
That's it. Well, I have an audience, a live audience, and people are watching. They're waiting to see what the show entails. We've been shaking hands for a while.
Well, should we get to it?
Is it the fun? I hate to be bittersweet about it, but
no, we're gonna say it at least 4 more times.
We probably will.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say goodbye. I've always been the one who's gotten broken up with or ended things. Actually, I did break up with one person once, but it's hard. It's very difficult to say.
Well, I would say in this case, you got broken up with again, so. It wasn't our choice.
That's true. That's true. It was not our choice. But it is our choice to bring you a very special episode tonight, and we thank you for watching. I feel immense joy to be here with you, so let's get on with it.
You know what we've done. For the past 5 years, we help you swap your gently used goods. Maybe we can do it a couple more times before this hour is over. We call it the William Street Swap Shop. My name is Matt.
My name is Zach, and it's a deal.
It's a deal. Computer, can we get a push it down time counter? Push down the emotions counter. That's number 1 for me. All right.
Hey, there's margarita.
Here's what I wanted to know, Zach.
Really
when things are tough, when things are a little bit bittersweet, do you go with pushing it down or do you go with exploding violently?
Push it down.
Because I've always been a push it down guy.
Push it down, and then I wait until there's a time to cry. Yeah. But it's okay. If you have to cry, man. I mean, it's fine to do it. You do it on the internet.
Nobody wants to see that.
It's okay. It's okay to see it.
I mean,
they're good feelings.
Privately, sure. And yeah, in my garage later, as I flip through my old yearbook photos of when I was an athlete.
This is how I kind of feel like
on the internet.
I do feel like this is an athlete. There's a lot of reflection and thoughts on this, and I don't know if I could fill a full hour. I could fill too many hours reflecting on it, but I kind of feel like we were on the football team for 5 years.
Yeah.
And we were the stars.
And I was the coach who yelled at you for not.
Yeah. I want to get a Letterman jacket, it's something that officially to remember it all by.
I could get that for you.
Well, I think it's fine, but there's a lot of thoughts and feelings, and I think you do push them down because you want to present a show. We're still doing one last show. You want it to be entertaining and hopefully connecting. I mean, I was looking up today the worst TV series endings because I said, hopefully we are not as bad as these. And then the best ones. And we want to be closer to like the Breaking Bads.
Yeah. What's
Sopranos.
the worst? What's the single worst television series ending? Was it like the Hulk or something?
I think Lost, when they wake up. I haven't even watched Lost, but they say it's all a dream.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's kind of, you invest all this time as an audience. And that's something that it's not lost on me, that people have invested many hours. Some of you have invested more than that. You've participated. You've lent your voice and your art, your own entertainment, and you've spent that much time. And we know that you've interacted with us. I don't want that to be lost on you. I don't want it to end and you be like, oh, it was like a balloon deflating. As Neil Young said, it's better to burn out than it is to rust. So we don't want to rust. We want it to be a fun ending.
Now I was just listening for the rest of the balloon analogy.
Well, I don't want it. I said you don't want to deflate like it. You don't want to just. You want it to be an epic.
Yeah. You want to be the balloon you release into the air with a $5 bill attached to it for some other person to find later in life. And then you realize it really only flew about 3 miles away, if even.
But then maybe you start a relationship or something, a good friendship because of that story. I'm sorry, I had gotten distracted because I do have people in my house. So I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I think there's a structure here that we can get on with.
No, I like it. I'm jealous. We used to have people in the studio like working the cameras. Now it's just me in a quiet, dark room of my house.
I prefer that sometimes.
Cans of Dinty Moore stew I was stockpiling in case everything went bad. Just a pallet of Dinty Moore stew across from me behind the camera that I'm running myself.
What if that's how Swap Shop ends? It ends with us. We're just getting ready to sit down and eat like in The Sopranos, and they play Don't Stop Believing, and then it just goes to black. And then you have to decide what happened.
I'll go ahead and give everybody a big spoiler alert. We haven't figured out how it's going to end. Still unwritten.
Well, that's the great thing about the show.
That's the way we've always rolled.
It's the stream. It's a live stream. Everything that is alive, everything happens. We were doing the show about 6:01 p.m. Eastern time. I heard my doorbell ring and frantic knocking. And I went to open it, and there were some friends dropping off gifts. And I didn't plan that. And the show has never been, I mean, there are plans, there are outlines, we have ideas, we have things we would like to get to, but it's never, that's the beauty of it, is you're writing it as it goes, and it's all live. And I'm not writing it, but we're interacting and we're creating an experience. And I just want to say, I hope it's been as good for you as it's been great for me.
The audience, not me, right?
Both of you. Matt, and the audience. You, whoever you are, who's watching.
If you've watched the show, you know what our main mission has always been: to overthrow materialistic society through the use of the swap. The swap-based economy is what we call it. We try to help you guys swap things with each other without, UPS gets a cut when you ship it, but otherwise, it's a like-for-like trade with no currency changing hands. And we got one last swap that we're going to put out there today. This is a bit of a special one. What do you think, Zach? Should we do this week's swap?
I think we should. Let's get on with it. It's
one more time.
One more time. Publix cookies in there. You can help yourself, right? I can't help it. I'm from the Midwest. We always have
there
to
for
treat
20
our
minutes. You're gonna have to get used to them being there.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Now that is a great
I'm saying
product.
you can have them. Here's the Publix cookies. All right.
This is an artist rendering of the complete William Street Swap Shop box set. We haven't exactly figured out. Yeah.
This is serious. This is important. Let's get down to
1,000 Blu-ray discs put side by side. I looked it up. I Googled it. It's 14 feet wide. The widest box set in American history.
Oh my goodness.
1,000 Blu-ray DVDs, and if we can't make that happen, maybe we just put them all on a 4 terabyte USB stick.
You know, Matt, it reminds me when I worked at Best Buy for about 3 weeks, we would get new movies put up on the shelves. I remember when V for Vendetta came in, it came with the mask. I moved it, put it up there. You make space for you get rid of some of the old movies. So when the 14-foot Swap Shop Blu-ray box set comes in, you smash all the discs off the rack, and that's where it sits on the shelf just by itself. This beautiful box set. All the episodes. Everything's available.
You put the 14-foot William Street Swap Shop box set right here. You put the Wu-Tang Only One Made album right next to it. And then next to that, you get the autographed John Elway football or whatever you're into. Your whole bookshelf is taken care of. You don't have to fill it with anything else. Oh, did I mention an onyx orb? You can put that there too.
What about, I like pamphlets and stuff. Like you open up the box set, maybe a poster. You open it up, it folds out posters in there.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think that would
we put a pamphlet in there.
Well, Easter egg.
At the very least, the packaging, I don't know if we're allowed to use designers anymore after this. But the packaging, the episodes, we're gonna swap them to one person. This is an exclusive thing. I'm not even sure we're allowed to do this. But you know what? This year has taught me that there's no limits. There's no rules. And we're gonna put it on a USB stick and give it to somebody.
Matt, can I tell you this? When I was in college, I started learning After Effects and Adobe Dreamweaver, Media Encoder also, and it's how you would make DVD menus. And I thought, man, that'd be a pretty good job to be a DVD menu designer, like make the Twilight DVD. And I thought, that's what I'll do one day. Yeah. And I really did think that, and I'm going to get into it maybe later, but you got to remember, you got to put yourself into my frame where I don't want to get too into it, but I'm in the Midwest. The closest I've ever been to making any kind of a video is making shooting news B-roll footage of gas prices going up for a college's TV station.
Yeah.
So, I thought
the obesity epidemic where you crop the people's head from the neck
I thought that'd be an interesting job to have. And I never thought in a million years that I'd be sitting here next to you doing this. And DVD menu. We design it, we make it on our own.
So only wait, doing this next to me, was it lower than your expectations or higher than your expectations?
Sitting next to you has exceeded my expectations.
Well, I feel the sound. Jeez. It's the William Street Swap Shop.
This is what you're coming for. You're coming to see the two grown men say nice things to each other. Because the world is empty sometimes of nice things.
Computer, push down the emotions counter, number 2, please.
Sorry, I don't want to get ahead of it, but this is going to be available to swap. But there was one, I'm a little bit of a stickler about this because I said, why should one person be able to swap for this and get it? Because there's probably so many people who are calling in right now to try and swap.
So many.
And get this box set. You don't have to pay for it. It's all swap. It's a swap-based economy. So what do we do with it?
Yeah, good question. Did you come up with the solution?
I did. Well, I didn't by myself. We did as a team. We discussed it.
Right. Well, I was just for the sake of drama asking. I know the.
We can do a slow, an intensity music, slow drum roll. But we decided as a community, our swap-based community, just us 5, everyone behind the scenes, Matt and I, myself, we decided where could we put this where everyone would have access to it. Anyone in the public who maybe have never seen Swap Shop or might want to experience it in a couple of years from now, where could you put that at? Where could it be preserved and taken care of? And almost like a museum, an iconic location in Atlanta, Georgia, here in our own backyard.
Very important.
Well, actually, I think they're
to the Swap Shop.
In Atlanta, just a mile away from my home. I try to visit them every week. And you hopefully can too, whether you're passing through town or you live here and you'd like to watch more episodes. Videodrome. We thought, why not?
They've been great friends of the show for many years. We've done many episodes from there. One of the last great remaining independent video stores in America. And friends of ours through all of these experiences and beyond. And so, yeah, we were going to make a pitch to them. One last Swap Shop collab. Should we give them a call and just pitch to them this idea of what if we had the complete Swap Shop
right
there?
we already have one DVD there. We have the cat condo, the instructional DVD on how to make the cat condo, and we thought, why not try and put something even more special there?
Hello?
Hello, Zach and Matt.
Hey, how's it going, Matt?
Hi, it's going very well. Thank you so much for including your local video store here in this very special episode of The Swap. I'm honored to be here.
You're welcome. We're honored to have you. Thank you for on the line live is Matt Owensby, who's worked at Videodrome. I would say you're the spokesperson for Videodrome.
I think so. I think
for many years. How many years have you been working there?
It's like 44, right?
44 years. I've lost.
No, you've only been around for like 21, 22 years, right?
I started working at Videodrome in 2004, right after my 20th birthday. So off and on since then. I did not mean to become a lifetime video man. You know, there's not a lot of in the way of.
I think we lost Matt. He's just delivering a great emotional.
There's certainly not a lot in the way of that sound. Is that another weather?
We'll try and call you back, Matt. Stand by.
Oh, there we go.
Am I back?
Hey, sorry.
I got you. Sorry about that.
Okay. I was. That's fine. It's good that I was cut off. Actually, I was just going on some, rambling emotional monologue about the importance of the video store. We can skip all that shit.
Can I ask you? After 16 years of people come in, they chat you up.
Yep.
And it's almost like kind of like a bartender role where you hear their problems maybe in the little margins between discussing Bergman films.
Absolutely. I'm an audiovisual bartender is the the title I've given myself. That's the
true job.
Right.
If I can be a little film nerd about it, the video rental part is just the MacGuffin, if you will.
If you will.
And the actual plot of
the transaction,
the movie,
the human transaction.
Right. The human transaction.
That's why I go. You get the recommendations. You cannot talk to your remote control. Hey, Chromecast, can you please tell me I'm interested in movies like RoboCop? You can't do that, but when you talk to Matt Owensby, he'll tell you right off the top of his head, oh yeah, it's over here.
You can do that with Chromecast. You can say, give me movies like, that's exactly what Chromecast does.
Like, X version or something. You don't get that honest, sincere.
But what you can ask Chromecast is, hey, what's up with my relationship? I try to show my girlfriend True Lies, and she thinks it's just like a bad action movie. She doesn't understand the performance.
Or hey, Chromecast, my streaming show actually just ended after 5 years. Could you recommend a movie to watch tonight alone?
God, yeah. Well, see, I'm not even.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not trying. I'm just saying. That's a real thing that you encounter.
That's tough. Yeah, like the final recommendation on air. Like, what would you watch?
No, you're gonna Videodrome. What I love about it, and I think about it is, we celebrated with Slotty just 2 years ago. We celebrated your 20th anniversary, and I can't wait to celebrate the 40th and the 50th.
Yes.
And hopefully the Swap Shop will always be a part of it forever.
100%. And
I was texting with the other Videodrome, Matt, and I told him that night was one of my favorite Atlanta events ever. That 20th Videodrome.
Me too.
Party.
Absolutely.
So many good people there that night.
Yeah, it was special, and the two of you were crucial in making it so special. You've given us a mascot. You set us on the path to sustainability with the addition of Slotty. That's kind of a unique, proprietary. That's something we as a community can rally behind. We as a store, he hangs suspended from our ceiling. The Swap Shop is there in the store every day. And I could not be more grateful for what the both of you have done over the years and supporting and championing, using your voices to champion things like the video store that that does us an immeasurable amount of good. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm getting choked up here. I'm getting a little.
Oh, God. You're gonna make me. We're pushing down the emotion.
Well,
speaking of
computer, push down the emotion.
Push down the emotion. This is a business. I don't want to break the mood, the vibe, y'all, but this is a business proposition.
Yes.
Hey, you're not, man.
Okay.
It's sad, but it's also uplifting.
Yeah. We want to get in the business of making a lot of cold, hard cash with you
Love
guys.
it.
How does that sound?
That sounds great. That's why I got in the biz in the first place.
So Matt, what's the highest rated movie at Videodrome? Or rented, sorry. Rented.
Most rented movie of all time.
The most rented movie of all time. So excluding your Cat Condo DVD, I would
Can I make a guess that just jumped in my head for no good reason?
make a guess.
Is it El Emmanuel?
I've never even heard of that.
The Manuel in space, actually.
Okay.
We have more of a sci-fi audience. Yeah, let's see. I would say, real talk. What would it's got to be? I would say it's something Miyazaki, maybe. Some, I mean, and I guess that's why. Not, you know what? I'm not even gonna say. That's why certain parent companies want to pay fucking hundreds of millions of dollars for those things and leave the rest of us out in the cold. Not naming any names, but those rents. And something. Welcome to the Dollhouse, maybe.
Wow, interesting.
Salons. That one is always checked out.
Yeah.
I would say Spirited Away, though. Yeah, that's
Spirited Away. That was my guess.
Cat Condo DVD, and a distant second is Spirited Away.
Well, I say move over Spirited Away. I think this might be the new highest rental. Maybe Uncut Gems, I know, was one, but
yes, definitely of 2020. Uncut Gems was the one. Yeah.
I don't want to be like reductive or something. For some reason, I was thinking like I could see Ghost World doing really well at.
Is that the one?
Videodrome.
Oh yeah. I think that could do well. Yeah.
That had its years. I would say Ghost World.
Yeah.
Like 2010 or something. It's kind of fallen off.
It's not what people go back to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what we're going to propose. You guys you've been very generous. You've rented out the Cat Condo DVD. And at this point, if you had to guess, I mean, how much gross revenue has that William Street Swap Shop DVD netted?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure we put it out as a free rental or it was a $2 rental. Maybe
it was $2.
Wait. Let's go with.
Didn't you guys sell it to someone? I think I heard.
No. I wouldn't. Not on my watch. That's not going out the door. I'm gonna say that's netted us at least a cool. All right, we're talking $20 gross. No, I'm gonna say.
Oh, right on.
30, at least 30, not even counting late fees.
That's great.
Like a round of appetizers at Elmere.
You can buy lunch for the two people working on a Friday night with.
That's what it's all about.
That's what
good to
the
hear.
goal was.
That's very positive. It's good to hear.
It's a delight.
Why do we have you on the phone though?
Made for us. That's what really gets it moving. Is a good
yeah. I would love to spend more time on that. I made that in like 20 seconds. But we also made a pin, a Slotty pin. We've talked about Slotty. For those who might be interested, you could also support Videodrome if you don't live in Atlanta by getting a Slotty pin.
Yeah,
we made it, and it's in the store at Videodrome.tv.
Videodrome.tv, exactly. Yes.
We get some shirts. They have some great shirts.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of apparel. But I'm hearing something in the rumor mill. I'm hearing you got something even bigger for me.
Yeah, we got a new drop for you. That's young people speak for a new release.
Yes, that's what we call it. It's Videodrome.
The complete Swap Shop collection. Now we're trying to decide: does this come as 1,000 Blu-ray discs side by side?
Mm-hmm.
Or more practically, maybe it's just a USB stick or two inside of a bedazzled jewel case.
Wow.
So but we would like to make the entire series available for rent. We don't know if we're allowed to do that. We're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any clearance from Warner Media.
Tell Warner Media to come talk to me. You know,
okay, that's how I feel. I said, you know what? It's our content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, these were live streaming shows. They sort of belong to the air, right?
Right.
That's
the
how.
public.
Isn't that how the legal of streaming works? It
100%.
It just belongs to everyone.
Yes.
Anyway, we want to get you the complete set to put it next to the Cat Condo DVD if you're not ready to pull that off the shelves yet.
Wow.
But here's my pitch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you guys, if we're talking entertainment content to cost ratio, your leading title there is probably like Lawrence of Arabia, maybe, or did Philip Glass do? Is there like a Koyaanisqatsi extended edition or something?
Yeah, one of those.
What's the longest? We should have asked what the longest title you have is TRT wise.
I mean, Peter Jackson. Anything that he's done in the last 20 years.
Hey, I just saw you guys got The Irishman and the Criterion version of that. It's about 3.5 hours.
That's true. Yeah, that's some bang for your buck.
Yeah.
So with those, we're talking
but
entertainment price per minute is probably about 2 or 3 cents.
Right.
Which is in today's economy, that's nothing.
Yeah.
With the 1,000 complete William Street Swap Shop collection, what if I told you that a $2 rental would cost your treasured customers 0.000001 cent per entertainment minute?
That's a good deal.
Is everyone following me on that?
That needs to go on the cover box. That needs to be...
That's the quote at the back of the box when you flip it over. That's the quote from like David Fincher. It says the entertainment value is extraordinary.
Let's get it to the decimal. This is not, I mean, let me just say before we, start working out the details of this swap here that I'm honored, and Videodrome would be honored to house the complete works of the swap shop. Beyond
that's great. That's all we needed to hear. I think that's the swap, man. I think that's it's wild to say it, but that could be our final swap on the show tonight.
I think that's it. Well, we're going to still let people try to call in to swap for the one copy of it. But yeah, that's our first. It's a deal.
We'll get it to you soon, man.
It's a deal.
Thank you. It's a deal.
Thank you so much. It feels like, we're not the Library of Congress, but we are a library. And
you are.
We don't take just anything onto our shelves, into our stacks, into our, into Videodrome. But
that's right.
To have the swap shop, I mean, that is something that nobody can touch. Nobody can touch the Videodrome experience. Nobody can touch having the complete works of the swap shop available. So I look forward, you guys have done so much in these 5 years. You should be incredibly proud. I'm proud to be a part of it. And, making this available at the shop will be a way to continue to celebrate the swap shop for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years.
Thank you. Man.
That is so beautifully put, and thank you so much. It's been an honor, and we approach those shelves with great reverence. It's not lost on us. Yeah, it's like being in Cooperstown for a baseball player.
Exactly.
Welcome to Cooperstown, boys.
Yeah. Now go rub some mud on those balls.
I'll put you right next to.
Isn't that what they do? That's what they do.
No, I thought they smelled gloves. That's what they did. They just smell gloves.
They oil gloves. Sorry, I don't know why that's like my first thing, but all the Major League Baseballs, they got to rub them in a special mud.
Have to. That's what we do with all of our DVDs too. We have special mud that we get outside from the gas station store. Well, thank you so much, and
thank you, Matt.
I hope.
Thank you to everyone at Videodrome for always being there for us, and we always appreciate you.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a special shelf solely for this one rental. That's what I'm thinking. Yes.
If we go the 1,000 Blu-ray route, you're gonna need one. It's
have to be pretty sturdy too. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
It's reinforced. A lot of new wing to it. The swap wing.
I just can imagine when you have famous filmmakers that come and visit. I believe Barry Jenkins just came by not too long ago.
Yeah.
You have filmmakers that come and visit, and they say, "What's that up there?" And they look up, and there's There's the swap shop. Maybe they'll take it home.
There's
and they
like
might
that-
make a movie about it, or they'll watch it. They'll take it all in. They'll absorb everything, and then they'll say, this is a great story. I watched 1,000 episodes. I'm ready to make a film, and it becomes a film that lives on. Just like
I believe it's the Seattle Public Library, or maybe like there's buildings like this in Dubai where like they have a plexiglass little outcropping that you can walk out on, and then you're standing over the street traffic. So maybe the Videodrome swap shop wing could be like above the store, and you walk out over North Avenue in a plexiglass. Like
beautiful.
You can see down.
That sounds great.
You can see down 40 feet into Buddy's liquor, Buddy's gas station.
Well, we
got to move on.
I know.
I'm sorry, but we're sitting here talking, shooting the S word, but we got to get to the next. Shooting the shit. We got to get to the next segment because we have so much to get to.
There's a lot of goodbyes. You have a lot of people that you need to address. You're invaluable. I'll say, till next time. This is not goodbye forever. This is just a till next time.
Yeah.
So
absolutely not. Thank you,
What are
Matt.
you talking about? Zach's going to be at the store tomorrow morning before you're even open, waiting.
Probably.
He's still got a job. Right, we're open 4 to 9 tomorrow.
Yeah, I still work at Videodrome. I forgot about that.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you, Videodrome.
Thank you, Matt.
And thank everybody there for all that they've done for Atlanta. And
Thank you, Matt and Zach.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you've done. And I'll talk to the both of you very soon. Congratulations on 5 years. Thank you for
so much.
everything.
Have a great evening.
It's a deal. Yep.
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks. The Swap Shop Blu-ray entire series collection, all of our seasons, all 1,000 episodes, all 5 years of content on one box set that you can rent at Videodrome. You're just passing through town. You get off Interstate 75 or Highway 20. You say, I'm going to stop at Videodrome and rent that. It's a great reason to stop and visit Atlanta.
So Zach, we got. If you guys watched last week, we rolled out a new technology. It's called G.A.R.E. It's a G.A.R.E. It's I forget what that acronym stands for.
Generated automatic random elements.
Yes. So G.A.R.E. has been pulling clips from the past of Swap Shop, triggered by you. You're going to give us a call in a moment, 413-961-4263. But if I could just ask G.A.R.E., would it be possible to pull up maybe a Thanksgiving best of clip? We got Thanksgiving Eve is happening right
Tomorrow,
now.
Yeah.
G.A.R.E., are you able to keyword Thanksgiving, moisture, and handcraft did things?
You walked in my life, it gave me an invitation.
So people wonder, how do you baste? Well, you start from back to front and just making sure that you get everything. You cover the whole turkey, or if you have a vegetarian turkey, like a tofurkey loaf, like I like, you do that with that.
Oh, it smells great.
Is it time to reload? Of course it is. I don't want to stop doing it, but I think you don't want to give everybody, you want to overdo it. We called it Inglorious Basters. It's going to be a real fun crowdsourced thing. Just keep it away from me, probably.
Inglorious Basters.
Well, I'll be doing a little basting tomorrow. Maybe tonight. Maybe you're a early baster.
I like to do it year round.
Yeah, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Inglorious Basters, originally it was the idea was to crowdsource everyone's basting footage. This is one of the ideas we had that pretty successful.
Yeah.
So what we would ask you to do this year, don't send it to us anymore. We'd like to look at it if you want to. maybe just share it on your social media in solidarity with the hashtag Inglorious Basters. Just baster footage, however you like to angle the camera, that's fine. We'd just love to take a look at that hashtag on Thanksgiving night and know that you were all out there basting. I didn't really know where I was going to go.
Better myself. That
I
was
feel like
great.
everything has to have some sort of deep
No,
meaning.
it doesn't. It does not everything does not have to have an ending, or everything does not have to have a meaning. You just do it. It's on the internet. Hi, welcome to the William Street Swap Shop. You're our second caller tonight, and we're so happy to have you in. And I know there's a lot of people who are calling, so let's try and get through some calls here. Who's calling?
Yeah, I'll make it quick. I'll make it quick for you.
I know this voice.
Hi, guys.
I'm not trying to say hurry it up. I'm not trying to be
I
rude.
know
Like,
exactly.
come in the shop. I'm just trying to be.
Gravitas.
I'm trying to be honest, Matt, because it's 6:45 p.m. I know we're going to go a little longer tonight, but I'm trying to say we want to get everybody in.
There's no rules.
We want to give everyone a fair shake.
I totally agree. It's a good thing to do. And I just want to say thank you very, very much for all the good times you've let me have, and you've given everybody else. I mean, in these times of, mental health and awareness, you guys have probably been a rock for many, many people. So I just wanted to say I loved you guys, and I'm going to miss you.
I love you too.
We'll be coming to your door once Americans aren't travel banned anymore. We'd love to come.
I would love to.
Follow through on that meeting someday.
Genuinely, you're very, very welcome.
Well,
Matthew, this is Matthew from Birmingham, one of our great friends and repeat callers and content creators, and we thank you so much for all the great things that you've sent us, Matt, and just watching.
It's been a pleasure.
Participating.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank
The
you,
host
Matthew.
of Peaky Pinters. You gonna have a pint for us tonight, Matthew? You got a pint on tap?
Do what, sorry? Do what?
You got a pint on tap for tonight? A little celebration?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'll be supping for you boys. Cheers. Strictly for the six. That was your catchphrase as well, Matt.
Cheers, Matthew. Thank you.
Cheers. But
Hey, it was really kind of you to say all that, Matthew, and I feel the same. I feel actually the opposite. Well, I mean, I feel the same, but I view it as mutual. I think I look for people who are interacting with us and people like you who've contributed so many funny ideas and talked with us during segments over the years, and that helps us. And I think together we can make fun things on the internet together.
That's it.
Yeah. I'll say that one of my favorite things of doing this has been I love traveling, and I love looking at maps, and I love people's experiences in different parts of the world and country, and I loved your stuff because I could get a little glimpse of your city and just the kind of life you guys have there. That's something that's personally very interesting to me. So thank you for letting me experience that through your videos. Appreciate that, Matt.
No.
Oh, that's grand.
I hope you both come to the UK, and then we'll hook up. We'll take you for a beer.
Hey,
right.
You know what's
Cheers.
the beautiful thing about cheers. The beautiful thing about this is that we met doing the swap shop, and we never would have met or seen each other before because you live across the country or across the world.
Yeah.
And because of doing the swap shop together, we've become friends. I feel like I know you.
Yeah.
And we've talked with you.
No,
I feel comfortable enough to sleep on your couch sometime if you'd have me. I feel I trust you. I view you as any other friend.
Can I sleep in your basement for a few days?
I feel like I'll let you sleep on the couch, even though there's a spare bed if you want it that much. You can sleep in the spare bed, mate. Don't worry.
I like couches. I like being waking up when the people are passing through the living room to get coffee and tea. But no, it really has, because of the communication, and I will not forget that. And I love that. That's my favorite thing about doing this, is getting to talk with real people and make connections.
Matthew, you up for one more soundbite, and then we're going to take another caller. One last soundbite for the bank, which we're going to hopefully try to put online somewhere.
What'd you fancy?
Could we get you to say the William Street Swap Shop, their speciality, like you guys say in the UK, is friendship?
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do it then.
Here we go.
the William Street Swap Shop, their speciality is friendship.
So good.
That's great. That's what it's all about.
Where does
Really.
the extra I in speciality come from? Do you guys spell it that way?
He hung up.
I'll never know now.
Oh. Well, we were going to roll, but were we going to have him play a clip? I thought we were going to have him pick a clip for Gary, but we can maybe take the next caller. Or actually, I know some people, the people who are at my house, I think are trying to leave. They're trying to say goodbye. Did you guys want to say goodbye? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to two different.
They're changing the channel IRL.
Well, I don't know. Did you guys want to say anything? They're here. I mean, the only mic you can hear through is my headset. So I don't. If you wanted to say goodbye on the screen to people, or did you want to say goodbye to me personally? Or
get Alice in there to
I don't even know if she's here. I can barely see. It's dark in there.
I'm
We got
talking
Eddie here of Sunny.
Get Eddie in there. Yeah. Repeat guest of the. It's Sunny the Shark. Whoa, Sunny the Shark.
Listen, this sucks. This shit sucks. I don't have a job anymore. I need to go look for work.
Oh, Sunny. No, I didn't want to hear that.
It's a hard time, honey. I'm going to have to go back to my days of stripping.
Oh, jeez.
It sucks.
You got
Listen, we love you guys. We just want to say we love you guys. We're going to miss you. We had a great time. And I'm just sad y'all didn't get to show your dongs on live.
Don't get ahead of ourselves. Just kidding. Zach, maybe. Sonny, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show and for
Just sanitize yourself.
Sonny the Shark, Eddie Ray, Sasha.
Yeah, don't touch it. It's a farewell to arms. Sorry, guys. I love you and I miss you so much. And I'm glad that you love Matt and Zach because they are basically the best ever. So, everyone take a little shot of milk or something for them because they deserve it. Also, Matt, you never got back to me about those puppies.
Oh.
I want to hear about the puppies.
I'm going to send you some pics.
Okay. And also your neighbor's puppy because it's cute too. Anyway.
Okay.
This was the best show ever. I enjoyed it so much. You guys are so amazing. And I think it's an end to an era.
It's good to see you, Sasha. The puppy's name is Charlie. You can pet him. He's
Charlie?
cool. Yeah.
I'm so excited. Anyway, I have to go because I'm breathing on Zach. Anyway, I love you guys so much.
Love you too. It's good to see you again.
It was really kind of Sasha to say that. Now we're passing the mic back and forth. This is exactly what the CDC and Dr. Fauci have said not to do. I even got an Amber Alert on my phone today that said, don't have people over.
Don't share microphones.
But it's raining out, and I saw my friends outside through the peephole. I said, I can't not let them. They had balloons and cake. I can't not let them in.
I know. Sasha was like our first mutual friend. We've all sat
right.
next to each other in
That's
the
right.
office. All right, enough of that.
I'm sorry.
Push it down. Computer, push it down, number 5. Push
down.
the emotions down, number 5. All right, we've got a clip from a special. About a year ago, we were lucky enough to travel to one of the nation's founding zones. Is that what they call it? Is that the slogan? One of the nation's founding zones. We met a really cool symbol of American liberty, and I feel like the time is right to maybe check back in. We got a special message from Cracky in Philadelphia, the nephew of the Liberty Bell.
Let's take a look.
Here we go.
Hey, Matt and Zach, it's me, Cracky. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing good because you're looking really good. You know what? I've been hearing some stuff, and I don't like this stuff I've been hearing. I don't like this stuff at all. People have been saying that this is going to be the last William Street swap shop. And I'm like, yeah, right. Why don't you go eat a hoagie off a short pier? How can it be the last swap shop when Matt and Zach have been swapping and shaking hands with our hearts since the beginning of time? If you got a heart, then these two right here, they got a home. Thanks, Matt and Zach. Thanks for all the swapping you've been doing for all these years. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. A lot of people don't notice about me, but I wasn't born with a crack. I was born smooth as an egg. Yeah, my birth name is Cracky, but that's because I'm named after my Uncle Liberty's crack. Okay, I'm named after one of the most famous cracks in the world. But my crack, well, that happened a few years ago in high school. You see, one night, everyone was at this dance called the prom, but I wasn't, because no one asked me. So I was by myself, the invisible belle. I don't know what you two do to let your aggression out, but me, I ride my skateboard. So I grabbed my skateboard, and I went, and I climbed onto the top of the school, and I did a Mick twist off of the school. And did I land it? Yeah, I landed in the hospital. But the next day in school, everyone sees me. Everyone's like, check out Cracky's crack. Hey, Cracky, can I touch your crack? They're touching my crack. They're talking about my crack. Everyone's asking me how I got my crack. I wasn't invisible anymore. Thanks to this perfect imperfection I'm now adorned with, everything changed. You know what, Matt and Zach? You guys changed everything too. Thanks. And before I go, I don't have any hands. But Zach and Matt, if you would you shake my tongue? Oh yeah, stay cool.
Oh,
trying
Cracky.
to tickle. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I love when Cracky visits Silver Linings Playbook, the hit movie of 4 to 7 years ago.
Oh man, it was longer. Yeah, it was like 8 years.
It was like eight or 9.
Yeah.
Oh, Cracky, thank you so much.
That was very kind of you to say that, and you're just one of many people, individuals that we've had here in the swap shop that I love to talk with and interact with.
Yeah. Should we take one more quick call?
Let's take some more calls. Matt, we can't just take one more call. Let's try and get some through. Let's just not talk to people for 20 minutes. Let's just talk, get it in 30 seconds to a minute, and let's just keep it, hey, anyone who wants to call in, now's the time. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, you're going to trigger the next clip with G.A.R.E. Here we go. Give us a call, and we'll talk to you about anything for a sec. Sorry, it's got to be short. Well,
yeah, I hate being like that. I really do. Honestly, Matt, I could sit here. I peed right before the show, so I could probably go until it's 7 p.m. almost Eastern time. I could probably go till 11 o'clock tonight before I have to pee again.
Hey, you're on the
Hi,
Swap
welcome.
Shop.
Hey,
How's it going?
It's Dr. Joss. How are you doing?
Oh, good. How are
well.
you, Dr. Joss? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute. Man, I wasn't going to call in, but I could barely hold it together during the intro. I ugly cried for like 5 minutes.
You know, I've had my moments too. I understand the feeling.
It's okay to do it.
Dr. Joss, I would just like to say, as someone who's met with us in person, I mean, what a joy it's been to meet many of you in real life, and make that connection through the screen. So for all of you who've come to see us in person, like Dr. Joss, thank you so much. And that will really
thank you guys. It's been a joy.
Yeah,
you cosplayed as us as well, and what an incredible honor.
I'm sat here in my bolo that you gave me back in I think 2017.
Oh wow! We had beers. Speaking of pints, we have pints together at the Fox Sports Bar at the lobby of the Hilton at San Diego Comic Con.
Rest in peace, Fox
I still
Sports
owe
Bar.
you. We still got to get that tattoo.
That's right.
I haven't forgotten about
Dr.
that.
Joss has one
you
of the
made a
only.
deal with me. You shook my hand.
I did, and I'll honor
was a deal.
it. Once it's safe, maybe I'll come out to LA or San Diego. We'll do it.
Dr. Joss has an official Swap Shop edition custom Fossil and Hyde bolo tie, just like ours.
That's right. Very
Shout
rare.
out to Fossil and Hyde, by the way. They just released some new stuff. Check them out on Instagram. But you are very lucky to have one of the very few
Good shout.
from the original factory / small studio down by Zach's house.
And Dr.
That's
Joss,
great.
I mean, every time we would come to San Diego Comic-Con, a few times we were fortunate to be able to go. We always looked forward to talking with you. We expected you almost in a way. We expected you to be a part to help build the show. We needed someone to interact with. We knew you would show up and do it. And you became a part of the swap shop that way. And you'll always be a part of the swap shop, not just tonight or at every Comic-Con, but you're always there, especially that bolo tie. It's kind of like that rock. It keeps that
You're going to make me ugly cry again, Zach.
No,
don't want to make you cry,
push
but
it
I
down.
think,
Here's what we got to have you do.
we got to get a clip.
I usually don't advocate pushing it down, but
No, I'm saying don't. I say let it happen.
Dr. Joss, can you give us a couple key words to trigger the next G.A.R.E. automated clip, best of clip?
For sure. Let's try tattoo pants window.
Oh,
all right. Gary's still in beta, but we're
Gary
gonna
will have this. It's a great
Gary.
thing. I might actually, you know what? Let's do a clip and then we'll come back and see if we have a real time clip of that.
Gary,
let's roll the clip.
we're just gonna try to get these dogs a forever home.
Is that the one that has pee on him?
You could tell the potential adopter how he feels, his personality.
I really missed you. Gary is a dog who loves kisses.
He loves humans, and he also rocks the corn.
Yes, he rocks the corn.
He's a corn fan.
He doesn't pee everywhere like
he was just nervous.
Those other, whatever their names are.
He probably loves spoons with peanut butter.
Yep.
So do I.
He talks when nobody's around.
Aww. And he's the softest dog in this room. I promise that. Good job, Gary.
Good job, man. You keep rocking.
Adopt
Gary now.
Oh my goodness! What a memory.
That was honestly, I think, Matt, there's tiers of memories and things that you always the upper tier, but that was one of those moments that after that ended, I just wanted it to be over because I was afraid something bad it wouldn't work out. I was so happy that that we had it and we ended it, but we can always look back at that. And that dog, it's very fortunate, hopefully adopted because of that. And
famous dog. Somebody's got that dog, and they don't even probably.
He's a corn fan. You don't know many dogs that love corn. But we talked about tattoos. Dr. Joss said a tattoo window. Those individuals from the band Korn. That was Head, Monkey, and Fieldy, the bass player and the guitarists.
Yeah,
and they have tattoos, as you can see. And I have a tattoo, and I just took off my pants.
No, we don't need to.
Do you not want to, or?
I'm just kidding. No, I was doing that for.
Oh, you're doing that thing where you're like, no, we don't want to, but you still want to see it.
One last showing of the Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
The last people who were in my house left when I took off my pants. They're like, we're leaving. They shut the door. All right. Not many people know it, and I'm going to try to do this. I'm in my underwear.
You got underwear on, right?
But it's fine. Yeah, and they're not too.
No.
Can you zoom in? I can't. And everyone who's here who could operate the camera left. So this is a tattoo that I got on Swap Shop Live. It says branded for life. It says it's for Gmail. So what happened was we received an email from Emily. She got a Swap Shop tattoo with handshaking. And it was Matt's idea, a great idea, that I get her email tattooed on my leg. And it says, hey guys, I wanted to share with you today, I got a Swap Shop tattoo on my arm as an homage to the friendly spirit that Zach and Matt encourage on the show. It's a deal, Jax. You can't see it because I don't want to angle it in a weird way, but that's a real tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy tat pants. Because
the cool thing is that I feel like the Gmail interface changed since then, so it's almost like a collector's item now.
It is. And every time, the only person who sees this is usually if I'm on a run and I'm wearing running shorts or I'm swimming, or if I'm spending the night at a friend's house and they see it.
It's a conversation starter.
It's a conversation starter. And I think it will be even more now, Matt, because the show, I'll always remember what we did on the show, and it will be something that I can remember and look down at my leg and say, oh yeah, that was when someone asked me, hey, what's this deal with this? Or when I'm an old grandpa, why do you have that on your leg, Grandpa? Well, I used to do a show. You know the rest.
You know, this is a good segue to, throughout the years, I don't know, I think it's just a testament to these wonderful viewers and fans we've had, but we get these really kind messages quite often, and we had to create a whole segment about it called the Act of Volkindo. I think we should do one last installment of the Act of Volkindo. Zach, what do you think?
Please, I haven't
they've
seen
been coming
this
in this week, and there's too many to even.
There's too
wish
much.
We could share them all.
I'm getting Instagram messages. Yeah, we only had to pick a few, but these are really good ones, and I hope that these echo your sentiments as well.
The final episode.
Get up and rock.
You can see the active, and that was done in a different pin. I am grateful that I don't do the same exact animation style. I hope that I've grown over the years.
I was thinking as I look back that it did really evolved over time, Zach. I'm not just saying that.
Thank you.
This is
We're going to get to that. I actually have something to say about that, but sorry, let's look at the email.
This is a email from William that really stood out to me, and I want to just preface this by saying we got a lot of emails from people that meant so much. We read every single one, as well as comments, DMs, and thank you so much. I wish I could I probably will eventually write back to everyone. Just getting ready for today was not enough time. All right, so this one's from William, and it says, Dear Matt, Zach, and the Swap Shop team, I wanted to write to the shop one last time to thank you sincerely for all you have given me over the years and tell you how much I will miss watching the show now that it's ending. I started watching close to the time I moved to France from the UK. I was in a small town and had few contacts when I arrived, which left me feeling a bit lost and alone. However, watching the streams in the night gave me a bit of company and made me feel at home wherever I was. Swap Shop has always been my favorite, and I remained a fan even after becoming more settled here and moving to Paris. Unable to watch live, I kept up to date through the replays, but for the last 4 years, I don't think I have missed an episode. I've loved all your creative ideas for different segments and enjoyed all the guests, from A-listers to other Swap Shop fans, but you, the Swap Shop team, were always the stars for me. Turning in never felt like watching a show. It was more like being among friends, and I felt like part of it, even though I only contribute on a couple of occasions. All this makes it hard to see you go. It's not like a series ending that I can start over. It's more like a friend moving away that will take some time to get over. I want to wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and I'm sure you will all move on to bigger and better things, though the Swap Shop will remain part of my fondest memories over the last few years. Your friend Will, tips up, tips up, tips up.
Tips up, Will.
Computer push down counter number 7, please.
That was really well written. It hit all the right spots.
I was saying the idea that we could make a time of struggle or something, that is the ultimate thing I could have ever asked for, to be something like a companion to people when they're having a challenging time. So thank you, Will. I really appreciate that. And all right.
That part I just want to say that part about saying it's not like a series ending, but saying goodbye to an old friend, or it's like saying goodbye to an old friend. I mean, we've joked about it before where we talk about you can't interact with Walter White or Tony Soprano. You can't steal their metadata from them, which happened to me when I posted thigh pictures. You can't send them letters or things like that, but you can, I guess. You can send to their agents, but I've always prided myself on the transparency and that the interactivity of everything. We got to interact with everyone, and we always joked about it, but it's something that is very serious. I love everybody. I love talking to you all and hearing your voices on the phones, seeing you on Zoom, Skype. So thank you, William. That was really kind of you.
Thank you. And computer, can you replay that soundbite? It sounded like a good one.
I met my best friend watching the William Street Swap Shop.
All right, we got one more active volcano I wanted to share because it's a special person at the swap shop. From our good friend Kenneth, aka Darth Marenghi. Hello, beloved swappers. I was unable to get my call through last week and fear it may be the same this week, so I send my most deepest regards via email. So marks the end of an era of generosity, kindness, love, and swapping. An era of trees and running water, of singing salacious sharks, horse pictures, and computers loading. An era of leaves, vaping, noodling, splashing, and having soup. It is with great sadness that I embrace this ending. I've never experienced more kindness than from the most treasured host, staff, and community of the William Street Swap Shop. Although I only met a handful in person, Matt, Zach, Doc, and Glenn from Glendale, it is as if I've shared a close friendship with all of you. I will continue to display my Zach White original drawing of G.A.R.E, my raccoon penis bone, my Dino Truck Sharkbot robot t-shirt, and all the many swap items from people like Cameron, Battle Tardigrade, Sauce Lobster, Zach, etc. with pride. I can only offer an eternal psychic handshake to all those who consider themselves swappers and offer my undying love. Tips up forever, Darth Marenghi, Kenneth. I don't know what to even say. No commentary needed, but thank you so much, Kenneth. That really means a lot, and trying to embrace it the same way as you. It's embracing the change is good, and we'll have our next form, and we'll meet you again, I'm sure, soon. All right, enough of that, Zach. Should we switch the energy? We got another special correspondent.
We're going to go for a while. I don't want to end it. I know there's one more person.
I just want to say one more thing about Darth Marenghi, Kenneth.
Go ahead.
Is that he sent us, we have an entire wall of art that he sent us based on moments from the swap shop. That is one of my favorite artifacts of the whole show, and it's back at our office. I believe it's probably coated in radioactive dust at this point. But
it's I think it'll probably be there for as long as William Street is there. And
yeah,
something
I
really
have no
cool.
intention to take it down. So
no, not at all. It's a shrine, and thank you, Kenneth. And I thought meeting you and interacting with you and hearing about your life and what you were doing, and you sort of prompted us to make Dino Truck Shark Bob, which I had a blast making that, and that's what I really like about everything that we have done, is making that communal interactivity. Like again, I've talked about it a few times here tonight, but we always hear from our company, the higher ups, that CEOs, they love to say our goals this year are fan engagement, and it's all about the fans. There's the picture.
This is one of the walls.
A little dark,
yeah,
but perfect. Wall. Yeah. So the fan engagement, and I would not even want to say fan, but the engagement with everybody is excellent. And I'm going to miss it so much. So thank you, Kenneth, for always being a part of the show, sending us that art, and sending us that thoughtful. Matt, I do want to say there is one person, there it is, who's calling in.
Oh, there we go.
Who's trying to call. I want to make sure we get through to them, because there is a special bond that we've done on the show. And I'm just going to say it out loud. And maybe he, I know he's trying to call, but Brendan Sheridan, craft beer guy, is trying to call into the show, I know, tonight.
Oh, please,
Beautiful.
yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people calling through, but I actually am the godfather, for real. He asked me to be the godfather of his child. So last March, I drove with Dennis to Charlotte, North Carolina, and became this baby's godfather. So that's just right there is an example of just being able to do something that's outside of it. I wasn't paid to do it. I didn't want to be paid. It was out of doing it as a, I don't know. I thought it would be funny to do it.
Yeah, that's our one. I mean, that's a standout moment. Zach became the goddaughter of a
godfather of a little goddaughter.
You,
no,
yeah, you
okay.
became the godfather of Craft Beer Guy, one of our great viewers and also an artist as well.
That's right.
Did you say that you have a call from?
No, I'm saying I know he's trying to call, so I want to make sure we get to that before we try to. But let's get to the thing to change up the pace. I want our crew to know, and I want craft beer guy Brendan to know. He's texting me about it. I just want him to know that we're gonna get the call. But I don't want to like push too far ahead, and then we get to the end of the. We're still rolling. We're still riding. We're never gonna do this.
So
again.
far, nobody's given us the hook. So let's just keep going. But
until someone says, cut it out.
Can I set up this next thing real quick? I just want to say, I feel like all I can say is over and over again is how much every little thing has meant to me. But one of the best parts of this show, and something that's been amazingly like a dream come true for me, is the ability to have artists and musicians on. And we've created these friendships and these bonds with people who've come. And I've just gotten a chance to hang out with people that I really admire. So we wanted to have one more musical performance tonight. It's musical, right, Zach? I didn't get to see the video.
It's musical. There's two artists that we're actually going to show. Why don't we just do them back to back, or not back to back, but why don't we set these up? One from a musician who's been on the show a few times and we love dearly, who slept on my couch. We had them. We joked about it on the stream. We said on Swap Shop, hey, if you need a place to stay tonight while you perform in Atlanta, you're welcome to sleep on my couch. We joked about it, but at the venue that night, after they were wrapping up their XLR cables and putting their gear away, one of them runs up and whispers in my ear, hey, that offer still on to sleep on the couch? Of course it is. They came over. They sort of C-blocked me. I had a chance at a chance at meeting someone, but you know what? It's okay because I got to have a great evening with them in my house. We listened to The Police and we talked about Sting and we looked at the sky. And of course, I don't know if you're...
It's okay to get C-blocked when you get E-blocked.
That's right.
And then
who better
E in town?
Ed Schrader, baby. This is Ed Schrader. I asked Ed Schrader if he would send us a little goodbye performance, and he sent this rendition of 5 Years by David Bowie.
Now, folks, the other day, I was at the barber shop. I go to the same one that Ted Turner goes to, and we all know who Ted is. Quite a famous guy, if not infamous. Anyways, he challenged me to drink that funny blue liquid they like to dip the combs in. And I said, Ted, you're crazy. I won't do it. And he said, if you don't, you got to sing 5 Years on Swap Shop, whatever that is. Apparently, it's a show where they say a bunch of non sequitur stuff and trade moldy couches with people. Sounds very left-wing to me. Sounds like something Ocasio-Cortez would be very into. Nothing I'm into, but I gotta sing 5 Years now. It's a song written by derelicts and mutants, and the lyrics, I apologize in advance, they are weird, and I apologize if they make you feel uncomfortable. Here we go, 5 years. Pushing through the market square, so many mothers sighing, like a Sleepy Joe just won. News had just come over, we had 5 years left to cry, more like 4. News guy wept when he told us Earth was really dying. Probably NBC, conspiracy. Cried so much his face was wet. Oh, then I knew he was not lying. I heard telephones, opera house, favorite melodies. I saw boys, toys, and electric irons and TVs. My brain hurt like a warehouse. It had no room to spare. I had to cram so many things to store everything in there. And all the fat, skinny people, and all the tall, short people, and all the nobody people, and all the somebody people, that's me. Never thought I'd need so many people. A girl my age went off her head, about 72. Hit some tiny children, probably a liberal. If the man hadn't pulled her off, I think she would have killed them. A soldier with a broken arm flexed his stare to the wheels of a Cadillac. A cop knelt and kissed the feet of a priest, I like that. And the queer threw up at the sight of that. I think I saw you in an ice cream parlor, drinking milkshakes cold and long, smiling and waving and looking so fine. Don't think you knew you were in the song. And it was cold and it rained and I felt like an actor, and I thought of Ma and I wanted to get back there. Your face, your race, the way that you talk. I kiss you, you're beautiful, I want you to walk. We got 5 years stuck on my eyes. 5 years, what a surprise. 5 years, my brain hurts a lot. We've got 5 years, that's all we've got. We've got 5 years, what a surprise. 5 years, stuck on my eyes. 5 years, my brain hurts a lot. We've got 5 years, that's all we got. We've got 5 years, what a surprise. 5 years, stuck on my eyes. 5 years, my brain hurts a lot. We've got 5 years, that's all we've got. We've got 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. This is Rush Limbaugh. A weird song. Now, I told you it was weird, but you folks have some pretty low standards, so, well, you'll probably like it. Zach, take it away.
Thanks, Rush. Thanks, Ed.
Whoa.
I'm not a political person. We've never, that's one thing I've always felt the swap shop was a refuge. You got away from all current events. You just kind of sat here and had a good time, whatever happened that day. But I do appreciate Ed Schrader doing that.
Ed Schrader. We said that was
always makes me laugh.
I had no idea just how much. Wow.
He always makes me smile, and I cannot wait to see Ed perform again. Ed Schrader's music beat, him and Devlin, you're always welcome on my couch anytime.
I need to go dip my face in some bleach, I think, at this point.
Oh man, I think we have a call right now. Let's just get right to it. We have a call. I think is this Brendan, craft beer guy, on the line? I know he's waiting.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, sorry to make you wait. I'm sorry. I know you've been trying.
Oh, it's okay. No problem. How you doing, guys?
Doing well.
Doing well. How are you?
Feeling good. Feeling happy.
Well, I just gotta say, Zach's goddaughter is 2 years old and 3 months. Time flies.
I was going to say, Zach said last March. I was like, I think it was more like 4 years ago, but yeah.
Well, last March I went to the actual ceremony when we finally did it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Not this 2020 March, but March 2019, last year.
Right.
So does she demonstrate any characteristics that seem reflective of her godfather?
She bites kids at daycare.
I would never do that unless I'm listening to System of a Down. Wow.
She does. She's actually brushing my hair right now. I don't know if that's really a skill, but she hasn't learned how to share. That's not like Zach. Zach loves to share.
Right. I actually promised I would give her my Hyundai accent when she turned 16. So 14 years from now, 2034, you'll get a 2016 Hyundai accent.
How many miles on it at this point, though?
Right now it's at about 60,000. So hopefully...
Not bad.
Yeah, hopefully, 160,000.
That walks and bikes a lot, so I could see that car,
Yeah, I think
2034 right around 100.
Yeah. And I think during the pandemic, I haven't really been driving many places. I walk or ride my bike, and yeah, I haven't It just sits there. So I think it's going to be in real good shape.
It's going to have new shoes on it, right?
Yes.
New tires.
I just bought new tires, so.
Here we go. And that car has seen how much of the United States so far?
Oh my goodness! Well, it's gone back and forth between Atlanta, Georgia, and St. Louis, Missouri, where I was born and raised. But I've taken it out to New Mexico.
And that little short month you spent in Guam sorting out the legal stuff.
Right. But before that car, I drove my old truck, my Chevy Colorado, out to California a few times, from Missouri to New York City, Minnesota. I've taken it everywhere: Georgia, Florida, Miami, New Orleans. I love road trips. I love exploring the country, and I think that's what is so fantastic about doing the swap shop is we get to explore not just the country but the world by talking with different people here online and connecting with them. And I guess that's not just so much great about Swap Shop, but that's what's great about the internet. And that's what, without the internet, we wouldn't be doing this. I mean, you wouldn't have this show on TV, on television, on CNBC or MSNBC. And I wouldn't be the godfather of your daughter. And now that Swap Shop, it is unfortunate we're not doing the stream, but I'll have a little bit more free time. Maybe I'll write a letter and send it to her and be a little bit more active.
I'm just looking over. Yeah. No, we talk on occasion though, and it's always a pleasure to feel like I'm connected to Hollywood. Connected to the A-listers.
Oh no,
so.
You're more of an A-lister than me.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You're raising a young
I will
child and bring them into the world and doing a great role as a father, and I think she's lucky to have you as a dad because obviously you have a good sense of humor, I hope, because you like watching our streaming show. But you also were willing to take a chance and call us and ask me to actually come to Charlotte and be the godfather. And we played it as we had John Heater on, Napoleon Dynamite. We played it as like a bit, but we actually drove up there, and that connection is permanent.
Yeah, it's been a treat, and I read her the Black Cat Tips book on occasion, smile a while. That was the treat that you gave her, and it is the memories that we're going to cherish for forever. So let's not forget them, right?
Well, there'll be many more to keep creating as the future goes on, and and that's for everybody. I don't have to be the godfather to everybody, but maybe I'll be the godfather. I'm actually a wedding official. I'll marry people. I'll do whatever you want. I'm happy to be a part of your lives, and we'll always do that. It doesn't have to just be because we're doing the swap shop on the Adult Swim app here. We could always keep that. I'm a human being. I'm sitting in my underwear here at 7:27 p.m. Eastern time, and I would happy to be help try and be in anyone's life. And especially now, I think everybody could use a little bit of friendship. But actually, you just brought Black Hat Tips. I think we should jump to that, Matt, because we have a clip from
that's
Black Hat Tips.
That's probably a good segue. You mentioned
I ask
Black
a quick question?
Sure,
certainly.
What is the bobblehead going to be immortalized into the walls of William Street Swap Shop?
It's on that wall. It's on that wall.
Literally on that wall. I don't know.
I hanged up a shelf. And I remember Michael Cahill, who works at Adult Swim, does the bumps. He walked by me, and he was kind of sort of commenting on like the way I was hanging the shelf, because we're both from the Midwest. We're into like wood and hanging shelves and doing handyman work. And he said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna need some kind of screw for that." And I actually got the screw. I put it up, and now it's been steady for the last few years. So it's sitting there on the shelf. I don't know if it's in the picture, but you can see it.
Craft Beer Guy made a one-of-a-kind bobblehead set of, I don't know if it's in that
it's hard to see.
Picture we looked at earlier. It might be in the shadows there. But it's immortalized. It's still on the walls at William Street there when we get back, when the radioactive dust is vacuumed away.
There it is. It's a little hard to see in the darkness. There it is.
Cloaked in shadow.
When I will tell you this, Brendan, when we opened that up, I had the biggest smile from ear to ear on my face, because I thought, and not just from you, I mean, everybody sent things, but that really brought a special smile to me. And
Computer, just real quick for me, I just want to, if you guys have wondered what the last week or two has been like for me, just Computer, can you zoom way in on bobblehead Matt cloaked in radioactive shadow? This is the emotion I've been in. Just put a smile on.
Hey, Matt, you mean more to than you know. There's a meaning to you that I think No one knows.
Not even myself sometimes.
No, I think you have this power, man. You're like a spiritual. We'll get to that. Let's take a look at what Black Hat Tips has to say.
So from the very first day, I said beautiful, and just hear my voice whenever I would watch the show was always a trip.
That's a top 5 soundbite for sure.
That is. Well, this call, the quality has been beautiful.
Beautiful.
There it is. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Brendan, for calling in. Thank you for the kind words. And thank you for participating and being a part of this and letting me come to Charlotte and be a part of your family. And that's going to be lasting. I won't just be, it's not a threat. I'm not trying to threaten that I'm saying I'm going to be part of your family. I'm just saying if you want me to, I'll be there. If you don't want me to at your swap shop, I understand. But me, Zachary Matthew White, I'll always be a part of that.
Just let people know that you're traveling out.
It's not a bit.
Atlanta.
I'll come up here. I was planning on taking a little trip, so maybe I'll stop by Charlotte soon and we'll do a safe outside.
Yeah, please do.
You want to introduce? You want to ask the computer to play the special Black Hat Tips message? You mentioned his book, Smile a While. We got a special message from him. One of our
Atlanta artist,
favorite guests. Yeah,
super talented.
Guests.
Very honored to have him.
Sure. All right, computer, dial up Black Hat Tips clips.
There's a couple things in life that bring me joy. There's many things, but a couple came to mind. One is my snoot stick. I like to get a nostril or two full of fresh snoot in the morning. Minty snoot stick. It helps my brain. It's good to have a minty brain. The other thing that brings me joy and happiness has been my relationship with the fellas over at William Street Swap Shop. They've been nice to me, generous to me. We've swapped many things, happiness, love, different sort of items. One time they gave me a long saw. I met them in a swamp looking for lost keys, and I knew pretty quickly they were good guys, good fellas to know. We looked at geese together. We laid on the ground and listened for bears. I heard recently they got to move on, and that made me sad. But all things in life must move on. There's many seasons to life, and it's hard to step from one to another at times. But I was reminded of something from the Bible. In the book of Ecclesiastes, I'd like to read a couple lines, if I may. To everything there's a season, and to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up the plantings. A time to swap and a time to shop. A time to be friends with fellas down at Swap Shop, and a time to just move on and remember the good times and put them in your pocket. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Thank you, Swap Shop fellas. You always have a kind place in my heart. I'll feel melancholy for a little while, but I'll have good thoughts of you and our laughs together. I wish you the best on your new adventures. Much love from your old friend, Mr. Black Cat Tips. Thank you. Adios, muchachos. Adios.
Am I frozen up? Oh wait, no, I think it might just be a computer frozen.
We're just taking a long reflective pause.
Yeah. I was looking down. Oh man,
Yeah, that was one when I saw that the first time. I got a little.
How do you reply to that? I don't know what to say. I really don't.
We'll see him all the time.
We'll always see him. But how do you? He was quoting the Bible and these powerful things, and is there a place for swap?
Well, I think he tapped into something that's given me a little bit of comfort in the past week or two. Is that there is a turning of the chapter.
That's right.
The season will change, but we'll have something new. And the swap shop, the real swap shop, has been inside you all this whole time. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
The greatest swap shop of all is the human heart. Well, I don't.
You hear that? Oh, wait, did I hear something?
Yeah, I know. I'm getting a little.
Someone there? I think so. Maybe.
Zach, how do we manage the rest of this time? I think we're gonna. Okay.
Well, I'm looking at the rundown. Just to give people a transparent behind the scenes, we send out a rundown. We meet all about it. We used to do this show every day, Monday through Friday, and my hats are off to our past selves for doing this every day.
Yeah.
Especially you, Matt. You're a little bit higher up in the company at Adult Swim than I am. So you have had always had a lot on your plate, and I respect that you always made time to do this. But on our rundown, we put it together every Monday, and we finalized it today. We got through everything. We got getting fan arted if we want to do that. And
I think we have to skip that. Let's go ahead and, I mean,
okay.
I think it's a little bit sad to say this, but it might be
time for the 12 hole?
12 holes, 12 minutes left in the show.
All right.
You guys know this moment very well. Usually interrupts us when we're in the middle of something very important, like what I'm about to say now. Okay. I'm feeling like
I think we should play it.
The final 12 hole.
I think we should play.
Okay.
Even if it's not 12 minutes, maybe we play this. I don't know. I when someone makes something for us, I want to try and follow through with it. But we're not going to ever get a chance to look back at this next week or months ahead. So
of course.
As long as you don't have to pee or I think the Fish Center crew are trying to come back on, but I think we can wait a little bit. We've given our hearts and our minds.
Roll it, man. Let's
roll the clip. This is from Dot Master Zach. We talked about.
Just kidding. Hey, it's me, Dat Master Zach. I'd like to say congratulations to everyone who worked on the swap shop for making such a great show that I've been on for so long, competing with probably C-SPAN and gas station TV. I have a lot of really great memories over the years. It's been such a great ride. I remember my first call. I called in and I got to talk about my first kiss. I was pretty nervous. I think I was 16 or 17 at the time. And you guys have always been with me as a teenager and really formed who I am today as an adult man, 21 years old. Yeah, you formed a lot of my sense of humor and how I just am and outgoing. Reaching out, I would have never done that if I never had the opportunity to call into a show like this. Yeah, I got some of my favorite swaps. I have this Super Mario mug I got from Doc. It was really great with a bunch of other stuff. I traded him a flute. I traded Matthew, Japanesey, some pins for this Space Invaders keychain. The keychain fell off, and I'm upset about that. I traded Alien Bob. I think I traded him another action figure for this action figure. What is it? Codename Kids Next Door or something. And then I got this record from Visk, Curtis Amy. Pretty good. I have some more swaps. I've made more swaps than that. And the alien mask, the Predator mask. But I've had a lot of swaps, and I would like to make one final swap. Let me go grab it real quick. I will be trading this rare Star Trek The Next Generation Data cardboard cutout. The shipping might be the hardest part.
That's what I'm talking about.
So if we both find something that has big shipping and we both ship it, that might be fine. Or if we want to make a swap in person, that would be great. I'd like to say from the bottom of my heart, Matt, Zach, Doc, Stephanie, Mason, Jay, Dennis, everyone who's worked on the swap shop, thank you for making such a great community, something that is so amazing for a lot of people, especially me and a lot of the chatters. Just, it's unlike anything we've ever experienced. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I love you guys. Tips up.
Tips up, Zach. We
Tips
love you
up,
too.
Zach.
Always, we'll love you.
I was so glad we watched that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be like, let's ram this in, but I
no, that came in at the last minute.
I just don't like. What does it mean when we end? You know, it'll be 7:56, and I'll sit in my underwear on the couch and kind of reflect and have a beer, and like that was it. What does it hurt to spend a few extra minutes on these things?
No,
because that's all we got.
Master Zach, thank you for that message and for all of this time you spent with us. And I loved that because it was a representation of the actual swapping that happened on the show. It was a real thing. People swap stuff with each other.
That's right.
And Dat Master Zach's been one of the best. Hello?
Matt, Zach, I can't believe this isn't really the last show, is it? It can't be.
Well, in a physical
a
sense, yes, but in a spiritual sense, no.
Well, you want me to play something for you as a goodbye?
Please, I would love that, David. This is David Sachs, who's he came in on the swap shop about 2 years ago. We immediately hit it off.
How's that? Is that too loud? I don't know.
No, it sounds great.
No, it's beautiful.
Beautiful. You're not really. This isn't really the last show, is it?
David, we're not joking. I mean, I know normally we joke and
David, are you sitting down?
Serious
right now
people
at the piano.
We are not serious people, but we're being serious tonight. And there are forces beyond our control that made this decision. But we're grateful that the years we did get to do this.
I can't believe it. It's not real. You guys really aren't going. It's hard to believe, really. I can't believe it. I can't tell you how I'm going to miss you. My God.
Could you put your feelings into song? For me, this is selfish and indulgent, but could you put your feelings into song? Is that possible?
Yeah, I think so. I might be able to. Lament for Swap Job.
Thank you, David.
Loved it.
I can't tell you how much I'm going to miss you guys, how much I love you both so much. I want to thank you, Zach, for coming to Memphis and spending time with me. Matt, I'm so sorry you weren't here then. Would have been so great to have you here. I hope please, the door's always open here in Memphis for you. I know we'll do it again. Man, I am so distraught about this. I just tuned in. I can't believe that this is the end. It's not true. I can't believe it. Swap Shop is magnificent. It's wonderful. It's like I've said a million times. You guys know what it takes to heal. The people that are, a little forlorn, a little down in the dumps, you've got it. And it's losing you guys, man, it's worse than COVID. Believe me. At least I feel it. It is. It's worse. So,
David, I'm sorry. So it's sad.
It's very
sad for us too.
Depressing. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm going to miss you so much.
David, but I do want to say there. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I had so much fun. Stamp Camp was such a blast. I had so much fun doing that, guys.
Stamp Camp was incredible, David. It was all you. You brought a magic to the show. You brought something we could not do.
Thank you so much for the privilege of being a part of that. I'm telling you, it was just great. And thank you so much for being my friend, guys. I can't tell you what it means to me and to everybody
David,
out there.
we're still your friend. I'm still your friend, and I'm gonna come to Memphis, and we'll still do things. I can promise.
Thanks,
I'll still get on your 24-hour Zoom room. I will. I know it seems like it's a lot right now, but I'm gonna be there for you, man. We will. I'll be there. It might not be the same way every day, every week on Wednesdays, but I'll be there, and we'll try.
We got to pass the baton to you in your 24-hour Zoom room. You want to plug the
There's David at home.
There.
It's online all the time. I'm always there. Come around anytime and hang out. I'd love to see you. I want to wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Great holiday to everybody, everyone at Adult Swim. Swap Shop, you rock. You're the greatest. I love you so much. Thank you guys so very much. I'm going to miss you so much. My heart, I'm not going to tell you it's broken, but I suppose it might as well be. I mean,
mine is too.
It's a little inflamed.
I'm going to miss you guys. Hey, love you so much. Happy holidays, guys. Love you, everybody.
David. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays.
Miss you too, David. Happy
We'll
Thanksgiving.
talk to you. Not just today. This won't be the end.
We'll still be around.
It's not the end. It's just the end of this show. But
I wish I had more time to ask him about the eyewear in that photo. Is that like when you're an umpire?
That was cool. That was really cool.
But you don't mind if your teeth.
I was glad to hear from David because he seems like he's doing well. I mean, seeing the photo, he's doing well and healthy. And
he looks great. He looks never been better. Can we see the photo one more time of David?
It's so important, and I know it's we're looking at the photo and it's a funny photo, but it's so important now and to check not just on Swap Shop, but to check in with your friends and make sure they're okay. Because whether they're okay from COVID or just sitting by themselves in their homes, it's really important to check in with your loved ones, friends, and people because you never know what someone's dealing with and internally what battles or things that are going on with them. And I encourage you, if you have somebody, maybe you've been trying to call tonight, try and use the Swap Shop spirit. Let it come into you and use that to reach out to friends. Because if anything that we leave you with, I want to hopefully leave you with being nice to people and treating people with respect and being honest and trustful and helping someone out when they need it and asking about their day and telling them they make you smile and you're thankful for them in your life. So now is a great time to check in with people. And I will do it probably tonight. So I just want to make sure everyone's okay because that's what's important. Nice. And we're going to get through it together. We will.
David.
We will. We're always together. We've created bonds that cannot end after a stream ends.
Yeah. And we want to thank David for there it is. Okay.
What can I say?
Now, where do you wear?
I like my toys.
What does that eyewear protect you from? I'm just wondering.
It's like
David,
sand.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not sand. I guess maybe like lacrosse.
Okay. Yeah, lacrosse, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go with that. Something where you have a mouth guard. David, we've loved your music. We've loved hearing from you and your contributions to the show. So thank you so much. And David, want to thank you for being the third. I believe it was the third.
Oh my goodness, the third caller who sent us nice sentiments.
Final episode.
Which means, what happens when you get 3?
I don't know. I guess that means you're gonna have a fourth after that, or
you would normally do, but if you've watched the show, you might know.
What?
Hey, Matt and Zach, it's Triple Trout.
Oh, Triple Trout.
I just wanted to swing by one last time.
Usually, Triple Trout comes out dances.
You guys on 1,000 episodes of the William Street Swap Shop, and let you know that you guys were really important for me getting back on my feet financially. And I just wanted to extend an offer to the rest of your community who may be struggling in that department, to basically visit my Patreon page, where I'm offering some really cool webinars on financial freedom. It's a small entry fee, and it's good for the whole year. I'm just going to need everybody's checking account number, a brief social security check, background check. Just going to need the social, and any kind of information where we could route your automatic monthly renewal payments. Just basic stuff. Checking account number, savings, some sort of cosigner if there's a chance you might not be able to make the payments. So anyways, guys, congratulations on 1,000 episodes, 5 great years, and I will see you at my Financial Freedom webinar. Check me out. I'm Triple Trout on Patreon, and a small donation can get you a spot reserved in 2021. It's going to be a great year. You guys are going to make a lot of money with my system. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations, guys.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Triple Trout. Well,
thanks, Triple Trout.
Oh, there it is. We got to play the music. There.
The music's important.
Triple Trout, our old friend. I don't know if I would trust that Patreon page.
Favorite guests.
All right. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I think the future episode I'm gonna punt on. I think.
Punt to what?
Do we want to run the future episode thing? I feel like.
I think so. I think we should, Matt. I think we should. How long is it? Can someone tell me internally?
I think we need to wrap this up by 8 o'clock.
As long as we're done by 8. As we do the future episode, we say our goodbyes. I think we could be done by 8. It's a 2-hour special.
Okay.
We didn't say it was 2 hours, but I had a feeling we were maybe going to, especially with that video drum call, 25 minutes. You can't stop us from talking. I'll keep talking.
I know.
How long is that video? How long is the future episode? It's like a minute and something?
Yeah. I don't know. I forget. You guys have been watching for a long time. You remember way back early on, we did an episode about what would happen to the swap shop in the future. And it's very interesting. I guess maybe it foretold a little bit of what might be happening. This was many years ago. Why don't we run that Gary, can you run a keyword future swap shop episode?
Please, Gary. Sometimes I wonder, are we still live, or are we just like talking to ourselves?
They switched the feed over to Fish Center like 25 minutes ago.
For the past 15 years, we've been bringing on our network boss just to talk about how well we've been doing as a streaming show and just how much more money we'll get on our contracts, just positive vibes.
Xander. This is Xander X, our executive vice president.
Hi, Xander.
Hey, you guys. I don't know what people have told you. We're gonna have to power this down. We're gonna have.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
The show. It's not working out. So.
No. What's the good news?
Do you think someone can help me unplug some of this? What's that? I'm afraid we're gonna have to shut it down. So if there's anything you wanted to. Get out or say,
just
do it now and get your little swap stuff done.
It's just
Xander X, please.
100 years of doing this is just over like that.
You guys are great, but I think we're done here. So.
No.
All right.
Have a lot more
Thanks a lot. Thanks for everything you've done, and okay, bye.
Sort of caught off guard by that.
Right.
But appreciate you guys being such good fans all these years, and until next millennium.
Thank you. It's a deal.
It's a deal. was what it would have looked like had we turned to liquid energy. The future episode from 2016, I believe.
We predicted it in a way, I would say. But I mean, I think everybody predicts that. No, I mean, nothing. You look at your shows, Matt, when I said at the beginning of the show, I looked up the best and worst series finales to make sure we don't make the mistakes that the worst ones made, and we try to recreate what the best ones made. And no one ends, no one goes forever. Everything does have an ending. No one ends with, we're going to keep going. There is an ending. There is a goodbye. And as William said, it's not just saying goodbye that you can rewatch Breaking Bad. Well, if you go to Videodrome, you can rewatch us for thousands and thousands, 1,000 hours. But if you go, on your phone, you might find us there on social media, or you might remember about the show and try and talk with us, and we'll try and interact with you. So it's not officially goodbye, but it is the end of this show. It's the end of the Swap Shop.
Well, we've said it a bunch already, but tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I thought it might be nice to end the show by just telling you all about what I'm thankful for and what I've been thankful for the past 5 years. The number one thing I wanted to talk first, real quick.
Sorry, this is so weird because I'm looking at an invisible. I wish we could be together, Matt.
I know.
But I understand.
This is the year, the year we're living in. We took a screenshot earlier of the crew, the team. Crew doesn't even seem to be the right word. The family behind Swap Shop as we got ready for today's show, and I was hoping we could pull that up so I could just thank everybody. There we go. You know the deal. Oh, there they are. Live. IRL, yeah.
Wow. It's dark over there. There you go. The light's on. I saw the fish tank in Doc's room, and I was like, all right, it's the sun is set.
This is literally, I don't think anyone got enough credit or even any credit for, this is Stephanie in the upper left, the director of the show, literally moved the studio out of our real studio into her basement. They're beneath the HVAC. How's the heater working? Is it good? You got good heat these days in the cold? Okay, not so good. Any radon gas that you can tell so far down there? Asbestos? We don't know. Who knows? But Stephanie has been doing this show for years and years. It's been such a pleasure. We've become friends over the years. We went to your wedding. Stephanie's husband, Alex, has shot many of the segments of the show. And just want to thank you, Steph, for all the creativity and love you put into this. I can't do this individually. It's going to be like the rest of it's going to be like a whole other hour.
We can do it together individually, Matt. I'm going to shout out, next is Mason Brown. I'm just going to go from clockwise. Mason Brown, who, I'll be honest, when he first came in, I was like, who is this guy? He's doing audio for a show. We already had a crew. But immediately, Mason brought something to the show that could never be replaced. If Mason told us tomorrow, he's like, I'm gonna go work, which I would believe it because he's capable and talented to do it. I'm gonna go work with Tame Impala in Australia. I would say, wow, like I think we'd have to end the Swap Shop, and he's not doing that. That's not why we're ending.
Working on it.
Mason runs the sound. He does everything. The sound bites behind the scenes, but also controls our audio so we don't sound like we're screaming at everyone, but also manages when bands come here. He mixes the animations that we do. He mixes the pre-recorded videos. He oversees not just the sound, but the look of and feel of the show. So Mason is an integral part of the show. And I'm trying to remember, we've talked and joked about it before, where he's kind of sort of like our producer. He's like our Brian Eno, our Rick Rubin, our producer. So without him and all the sound bites and everything he's done, and I know we ask a lot, and I've spilled water on all your mics, Mason, and I apologize about that. But we wouldn't have been able to do what we did without you. You have touched, not just with your fingers, but with your ears, which is impossible because you can't touch things with your ears, but you've touched everything with the audio, and you've left an indelible impression on me, and hopefully for the rest of the Swap family. People who watch. Then we got. Is this live? This is live, right?
Yeah. We'll keep going. Jay Rubin, aka Dennis, down one slot, was an integral part of the show as we sort of figured out what we were doing. in the office every day with us, helping put together what it was.
The nuts and bolts.
When he was an intern, I said, can you go to the top of Mount Mitchell and take a picture of yourself and send it to me? And within about 2 weeks, he had done that. And that was when I knew he was the guy. He was coming back. He was going to run the show. Jay's been on to bigger and better things. He doesn't return our calls anymore. That's fine. But we wanted to thank him for those early years of
He helped
Swap
us.
Shop.
Oh, immensely helped us without, again, this is a core crew. These aren't people who you're like, yeah, they helped out a little bit. I mean, they poured everything they had into doing this experience. So without their talents, their professionalism,
I'll never forget there was a moment where we needed a Roman column prop for a shoot. And it was like down to the night before. Jay made about 5,000 calls, found a place where he could drive an hour to get it at 7 in the morning, and came through on it on one of those 1,000 episodes.
That's not lost on me. I can't just say I appreciate that, but I love that. And you didn't get paid. None of you got paid enough, or thanked enough, credited enough. But I hope us thanking you, because we're doing it live, we're voices. But we were coworkers. We worked behind the scenes together. I know I viewed you as, how can I help them make this better? How can I help their lives be easier?
We cut away too soon, dude. One more.
Yeah, we got to get to Doc. You can't cut away from Doc.
Mason was controlling it. He turned it off.
Oh, Mason's controlling it.
Or was Doc controlling it himself? And Doc has been a huge part of, I mean, you guys know him from all the other streams that he's been
Hot
on.
Swaps. He came on and Hot Swapped with us.
Hot Swapped with us. Early guest.
He was in Flamingo Shadow. We had them on, him and Mason, on the show.
Yeah. Amazing talent.
Camera operator. He's a utility. He's the doc of all trades. He can help with editing. He can help with camera operating. If I could get on his LinkedIn right now, I would endorse him for everything. Camera, editing.
I already did.
Graphics.
I was on there earlier before
He's done everything. You ask him to do something and it will get done. And he also will help write and come up with great ideas. He's helped come up with some of our funny segments and interactive moments with guests. He's helped us get guests. One of my favorites, Eamon Dunes. He opened up worlds that we didn't think we could open. And, also one of the friendliest and nicest people you would meet, who welcomes you openly into his house in his arms for outside.
And he also,
bonfire.
Last but not least, he found, talent scouted, located, and found America's top duck.
That's right. Cowboy.
There in Avondale.
I could say there's a lot of things we could say. If I could give you all big bonuses, however much they're paying Joaquin Phoenix to do the Joker 2, I would do it for you.
We all got to hang out together around a campfire last night. It was one of my highlights of my 2020. We had a little.
We'll do it again too.
It's pre-swap finale celebration.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. I wish I could devote another hour to this part of things, but you know how I feel about it.
I feel like it's winding down, and people.
All right,
have
can I
dinner.
I'm going to do my express version of this.
Yeah. Go ahead. And I'm gonna do. You mind if we'll do them together, and then it's it. Yeah.
I've talked. We got a lot of the fans of the show and viewers of the show who called in earlier, and I feel like I've said what I was setting out to say. But the whole thing, there's only been one thing consistent. I've been gone. Sometimes Zach's been gone. But the one consistent thing was the people who watched this show and participated in it, and that was what created everything. The whole vibe around the show and the sense of community that people keep talking about us doing, but it wasn't us. It was everyone who participated throughout the run of the show. So thank you to everyone who sent video clips, stupid things we asked them to do, like basting their turkey footage, and you did it. These beautiful works of art where you rendered Zach and I, or whatever activity we were into a piece of art is more than I could have possibly thought was possible. And the number one thing that's been really great to hear this week, and I'm sorry I haven't responded to everyone, but the fact that this show could help people feel less alone or help them through a difficult time is absolutely the number one aspiration I could have ever had for this. So thank you to everyone who watched this. They didn't want to be on. I want to thank my family for all the support, all these 1,000 hours that they've let me be here doing this. Thank you to them. They're behind the wall here like they've been for this entire year. And my last and greatest thank you, and I'm sorry I'm like running out of, I feel like I need to slow down. But Zach, the biggest thank you to you for being this companion and just a wonderful friend throughout this journey. Someone who taught me to just like go for stuff in a way that I don't think I was ever able to do before. And it opened all these doors and created all this wonderful creative expression. So thank you to you, Zach.
You're welcome.
It's been so great to be here next to you in real life, the way we do it now. But I look forward to hanging out with you and creating more fun things with you in the future.
I'll be here for you.
My brother. Thank you
100% forever. We'll never part. I can't say it any different than Matt said it because that was eloquent about the people who watch. And I know it's time for us to go. And Matt, I don't know how else to say it, but I will say I kind of wrote a little thing. And if you'll humor me, pleasure me, humor me, going to college. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm the first person in my family to go to college. My family told me, what are you going to do with a degree? Like, why? They sort of just discouraged me. I love them, but they discouraged me. They're like, what are you going to do with a degree in television, film, video? What are you going to do? Like, maybe work at the local TV station, which is very competitive in St. Louis. There's not a lot of opportunities. So I was not encouraged to go to school. I thought by going to college, I could maybe get a job, as I mentioned, working on DVD menus. Or maybe like my friend Steve McKnight, who worked at a Minnesota public broadcasting station in Brainerd, Minnesota. He now works in Lander, Wyoming at a PBS station there. And I thought maybe I could do something like that. I never had my sights on anything high, so just let me get a little small crumb. Not a piece of the pie, just a crumb. Let me just make something fun. Let me just make a documentary about wolves. Or maybe not even wolves, that's too cool. Maybe make a documentary about how the name of Lander, Wyoming got its name. I'll do that. I would love to be a part of that. Just let me touch the camera, plug the XLR cord into it. Let me hold the microphone. And I never would have thought I would be making eternal friendships. Not just working at Adult Swim. And I've been here for almost 10 years. And being a part of it is special for me because it opened up the door. I've been working for a few years here before we started doing Swap Shop. I love to draw. I love to do animation. I never thought it would be a thing. Again, it was the exact same thing that I felt as a little younger, as a teenager growing up. What am I going to college for? Is my family right? I thought the same thing. I can never draw or animate. I don't have it in me. Someone else is doing it much better than me. And they do it better than me. But then it was Matt Hutchinson who told me, hey man, you should do animations for Swap Shop. I like your drawing style. And all it took was that encouragement from my brother here, Matt. I would do anything for Matt. All it took was that little bit of encouragement. And he said, make an animation, make it, do it, draw it. And I got this confidence and faith in myself that I can do it. And I hope it hasn't been too sore on your eyes if you've been watching these last few years. I hope it's gotten better.
It's the opposite. Oh.
And I hope maybe Matt and I can together, because of your encouragement, make something beyond this in the animated world, in the realm, with some animated characters, because I know Matt is one of the funniest, kindest people. When I came into William Street, he was one of the only people who really welcomed me into his office, and I'll never forget that. And we created a friendship, and we were friends way before we started doing Swap Shop. And I know we will be friends long after tonight, obviously. It will never end. And I can't thank you enough, Matt, for believing in me and letting me know that, I had a place here. Because I still sometimes feel like I'm sort of just drifting, like the plastic bag in American Beauty. And you don't know where you're going to end up. But Matt, you made it feel like home. I trust your wisdom, your talent, your writing. I think you're one of the funniest people. And of course, thank you to who we already thanked: Stephanie Lennox, Mason Brown, David Matiziak, Jay Rubin, Jacques Louis, who was one of our original, kind of gave us the look of the show, the Zoom, and everything like that. Eddie Ray, who did Sunny and did all these voices and brought a different, diverse lens to what we're doing here on the streams, and would tell me things that I'd never thought about or heard of before, and would enlighten us.
You're gonna want some of that.
So, and last but not least, thank you to everyone who's watched and who's participated, because without you, we wouldn't do it. We couldn't do it. We probably should not do it if we didn't have people watching. Why would you do it? Unless you're being paid to do it, which we never got paid. I mean, I never got paid. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. But again, I never this isn't my job. I've never gotten paid to do this. This has just been something I've enjoyed, and I would do it for free tomorrow. If they said, put on your bolo tie and gloves, you tell me where to be, I'll be there tomorrow morning. I would skip Thanksgiving because I'm already doing it because of the pandemic, and I would be there to do the show because I believe in the message of there's not a lot of places on the internet and where you can be nice and kind to each other, and this is a place where everyone is welcome. So thank you for coming through the doors of the Swap Shop. You'll never leave. Hopefully it's been a part of you. And I look forward to whatever happens in the future, chatting with you online and whatever happens beyond the creative elements that we cannot control in this universe. So thank you. And I'm sorry we went late.
Thank you. I know. Yeah. And Zach.
People.
I wish
be reasonable.
Hey, that's a good soundbite segue for this. The one thing I forgot to mention, I wanted to thank all the wonderful artists and musicians who've been on the show, and a special shout out. Well, it's meant so much to me. It's been a way to meet some of my heroes, and it's been an amazing part of the show. But I want to spend a special shout out to Sound of Series, whose album I'll be listening to is when I'm feeling a little bit,
oh man,
passive
so many
timey.
Artists, Sound of Series, Ed
They
Schrader.
sent us some wonderful messages this week, and all these bands that we've had on have been so instrumental and wonderful, and this huge part of it. But thank you, Karen. Thank you, Sound of Series, for all these extra things you put into our show. And I really am going to listen to this album tonight because it's one of the ones I go to when I'm feeling a little bit, emotional.
Well, Matt, I could ride my bike by and say hello. I think it's kind of, the rain has stopped. Maybe I could come by and just listen to the music through the window. Maybe I'll let you just be with your family.
I'll play
and then we'll
it.
see each other in a few days, I'm sure, at another bonfire or another gathering.
Yeah.
And, hope for many, many more to come. And you'll hopefully see some stuff from us. It's not the end of just Matt and Zach, of us doing things together. Maybe you won't see us in bolo ties as much, but hopefully we'll have something else that ties us together, not just a bolo tie.
Zach, it's time. I think we got to do one last tips up. It's been such a great journey, man, and I look forward to the next journey with you and
It's been one
with
hell
all
of a
of
ride,
you.
but I wouldn't change a thing.
I wouldn't change a thing.
For sure.
An incredible honor to be here next to you, Matt. These last few years, you've taught me so much. I've learned so much from you, and I hope that I can keep going with what you've taught me, and we can keep growing together.
Let's do it virtually one more time, Zach. And you guys stick around. We got a special final little sign-off.
Yeah, after credits, when the Avengers Endgame ended. Hey, we kept it actually under the Avengers Endgame time. They've gone for like another hour. So stick around for after the credits, a little special scene. We got the credits
I've heard
here.
Fish Center's coming out. This isn't the end, right? There's still one more little piece.
I think they are. I think so, yeah.
I would hate to be... one last thing is everyone who's been involved with streams at the William Street side.
Oh, yeah, our
It's been
interns.
such a beautiful journey. All the
have
other
enough to
show
thank.
hosts, though.
Alec Castillo, John Tom Knight, Zach Capris. The list goes on.
Yeah.
Everyone who's helped us, you know who you are. And
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for you. Zach, I'm thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you, Matt. I'm thankful
Let's
for
do
everyone.
this one more time on 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Oh, man.
Computer, suppress emotions.